So everybody is talking about this, there's memes everywhere, which are hilarious by the way. Apparently we're getting another Marvel fighting game, but this time it's not made by Capcom, which is crazy. And you can't convince me that Marvel Rivals had nothing to do with this. Everyone saw the success of that game, and to this day I'm still playing it as well. And somebody high up at Disney or Marvel saw that and said, yeah, we're doing it again. Anime Marvel gets sales. Alright, let's react to this trailer, which I should have done 24 hours ago, but like a fool, I made an Elena guide instead, which I'm very proud of, and I think you should watch it, but everyone else was talking about this, and now I'm late to the party. Alright, here we go. Okay, lots of Japanese talking. Do we have subtitles? Ah, okay. We do have subtitles. Coolio. What? A V? Did they make Iron Man a frickin' Gundam? Why does he have a V? I think he is a frickin' Gundam! And Captain America has a jacket. Not sure how I feel about that. He's all stylized and modern. He's got fashion is what I mean. Dude, look at future New York in the background. Ms. Marvel's here, because she's in everything lately. Taking Mr. Fantastic job everywhere. Spider-Man, my boy. He's looking very Disney Marveled with all the white. Oh, PS4 Spider-Man, actually, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got stage transitions? Oh, it's definitely Guilty Gear. We're seeing the Arxis right here and now. It's bleeding through. Star-Lord looking funky. Look at that hairstyle. He's got a mohawk, a faux hawk. I love the big, goofy, big gun. Oh, we got new Ghost Rider. Okay, the one that does not ride a motorcycle. And is therefore less cool in my opinion, but still, I'm happy to have Ghost Rider. Look at that sick anti-air. Oh, we got sliding into those, okay. Oh, Dr. Doom, he's gotta be in here. Okay, this feels like a slight against Marvel vs. Capcom, right? It's gotta be, to put Doom in there. That was a sick cross-up. Okay, we have tag team. We already knew that, but we're seeing actual assist mix-ups happening now. Storm is here, let's go. You can't have a Marvel fighting game without Storm. It's not possible. And she has been Easternized. Let's go. Looking good. There's already fan art of this character. I've seen it. Everyone loves 4v4. Oh my god. This is the Madness Party mode. There is no competitiveness during that mode. It's just out the window. It's all craziness, having fun. Stop beating up Peter. He's got it hard enough in comics right now. Leave him alone. I can't. It's so funny. Anime girl now. She's just anime girl. Dr. Doom's eyes, sick, looking good. The whole vehicle, yep. He doesn't ride motorcycles anymore. The style pose, let's go. I love that Star-Lord is just aura farming. That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm not sure how to feel about the name. I saw the name already. It's my first time watching the trailer, but I saw the name and I'm like, Tōkon Fighting Souls. When I first saw that name, I thought it was Demon Souls or something, but Marvel style. Like a Soulsborne, Souls-like style game, but with Marvel characters. And I was like, okay. But thankfully, I was wrong about that. And instead, we're getting a new fighting game from Arxis. The same people that make Guilty Gear are now going to make a Marvel fighting game, which is just super cool. And I'm very excited about that. Because like mentioned earlier, I play Marvel Rivals almost every day. Well, at least I did. Now it's more like once or twice a week, but still, the game's how many months old and I'm still playing it every week? That's how good the game is. So if this new Marvel game is anything like that, I'm gonna be addicted and playing it all the time, especially on this channel. I'm wondering why I haven't streamed Marvel Rivals because I love that game so much. But alright, let's watch one more time, and now I'm allowed to pause. The Gundam Iron Man is so funny, and don't tell me it's not Gundam. He's got the V on his head. He has the antennas going in both directions. That's Gundam. Oh my lord, that's hilarious. Okay, got the launcher into a different area. That's honestly very Guilty Gear already. In Strive, if you land the overhead, you can launch them up, and you can do a jump follow-up combo. That's what this is pretty much. We're seeing the Guilty Gear bleed through. But you can tag in, which is not possible in Guilty Gear. I'll be honest with you, I don't hate Ms. Marvel, I just have Ms. Marvel fatigue, because she's in everything and already had her Disney Plus show. Come on, this character's like, what, a decade old and already has her own show on Disney Plus? That's too fast. Put Mr. Fantastic in instead, since she stole his powers anyway. Which is not the powers of the original Ms. Marvel, very confusing. Okay, so that's interesting. The screen goes black and white, gets desaturated when you cross in to save yourself. That's sick. Is that on block? Yeah, it's a block punish kind of thing. I don't know how I feel about that. It's going to be very frustrating to go for pressure or plus frames and just get comboed. Okay, got a cool dodge ability. And the assist to keep it going, wow. And the stage transition is sick too. So in Guilty Gear Strive, the walls actually have health, and every time the opponent gets smacked against it, the health bar goes down, and eventually the wall breaks. You can't see the health bar, but it has like an invisible health bar that does eventually break. I wonder how it's gonna work in this game. Star-Lord's so goofed with those giant guns, which is actually what you're supposed to do in animation. You're supposed to make like weapons bigger so they're easier for the viewer to see. So what was that? Another defensive mechanic? We've seen like 4 already. Wow, crazy. And the assist and the black and white. So that's the soul thing they're talking about. The fighting soul. It transferred. Watch. It switched. Interesting. That's the fighting soul. I wonder how that plays into gameplay. Or how that goes into gameplay. Sick. So here's where it gets like really wild. We have 4 people on screen at the same time. Tag, tag. Oh, that's hinting the 4v4, right? That's why there's so many. Unless it's 3v3. Is it always 4v4? I assume the 4v4 was just one mode, not all the time. That cross-up is so nasty. He sits down the laser, right? It goes off a second later, but he crosses up, and that causes a cross-up on both sides. That's so nasty. Then he calls his assist, and the soul transfers again. So that's a super tag, it looks like. It's a raw super tag, which is invincible and gets him out of the doghouse. He's safe there now. I'm really happy to see Storm revealed this early. I feel like even though Storm's in Marvel Rivals, she barely gets any screen time or costumes and stuff. 4v4, so I assume this is just a party mode, right? This can't be default. If it is, then all the competitive nature is just out the window. That is just crazy. So that feels very much like Marvel versus Capcom, when you can tag in your different partners to keep the juggle going, but if the guy guesses correctly, he gets free. Then we have super combos right here, it looks like. The Hulkbuster is so great. They made Ms. Marvel look so little girl anime. They're going with the cute little chibi anime style girl, making her cutesy. He throws the entire New York hot dog stand on them. That's so New York, so Peter Parker. So funny. The Doom bots, because Dr. Doom has so many Doom bots. And of course the Hell Car from Ghost Rider. Storm using weather powers. Yeah. The personality is just oozing out of all these characters. It's so much fun. The only thing I'm disappointed in is that Captain America and Iron Man have the most drastic redesign. Everyone else feels kinda safe. Like, this is just regular Ms. Marvel. That's standard Doctor Doom. Star-Lord has a cool haircut, but otherwise he's just movie version of Star-Lord, because he never wore that thick red jacket in the comics. That's a movie thing. Then the comics changed to a copy of the movies because the films did so well and they wanted to sell more comics. Then Spider-Man just looks like PS4 Spider-Man, let's be real. Storm looks very cool. She was redesigned also. I'm not sure what's going on with these leggings. They kind of look medieval. I'm no fashionista, so I don't know all the details, but it looks interesting overall and is actually a different look for Storm, just like Iron Man and Captain America look different. Ghost Rider looks straight out of the comics here, the new version of Ghost Rider, who drives a muscle car now instead, or apparently a Hummer in this trailer. It looked like he was driving an SUV or something instead of his typical muscle car. And then we have Iron Man, who's just unashamedly Gundam, and I'm here for it. I think he looks really good. What does Tōkon mean? If it means something else in English, I hope they translate it, because Tōkon just doesn't sound like Marvel from a distance. You know, I want it to be Marvel Fighting Souls or something like that. And I think Ms. Marvel is the only new-ish character in this game so far. Everyone else is like an 80s or earlier superhero. Although, can we call Ms. Marvel a new character when she has the mantle of someone else from the 60s and the 80s? And yeah, overall, this game looks extremely fun. Maximilian Dude already made a 30-minute long video about this game, and I'm wondering how he did that. I haven't watched his video yet, so I'm not quite sure what he covers, but how did he speak for 30 minutes on a game that has like 2 minutes of footage? That's wild, man. That's just crazy. There is a second video that maybe we can watch a bit of. It's called From Japan to the World, but from what I saw, there wasn't much gameplay in it. It was mainly just talking about the experience and how it was carried over from Japan to America. Okay. Command grab. All right, sick. Okay, anti-projectile move. A barrier. See that from Doom? Big old barrier. That was sick. Captain America praying to the shield, swearing his allegiance to the flag. Ooh. Iron Man becoming Hulkbuster. Lots of tag stuff happening. So is it really 3v3 at all times? No, that's Doom's laser beam, right? But that's too many characters. I think it is like 3v3 standard, and it has a 4v4 brawl mode or something.
The inspiration for working on this project really came from a place of pure fandom and wanting to say, why isn't PlayStation in this space?
So PlayStation approached us with this vision to bring Marvel back to the forefront of the tag fighting genre.
Yeah.
And
they said, we're not doing Capcom this time because they make us use their characters and we don't want to share the limelight. It's all Marvel characters, baby. Let's go. For the record, I like Marvel vs. Capcom. I love that series, but I'm just saying that's what Disney feels. They're like, no, just Marvel.
The tricky thing is that most fans, including myself, see this as a sacred genre for Marvel. The tough part is finding a partner that's crazy enough to take on the task, because you either do something like this big and bold, or you don't do it at all.
That's a good mindset to have.
Grasp on their art style and how they would approach certain IPs. You come in with your kind of own expectations of, here's what I would expect to see from Arc System work.
Sorry, I'm mainly skipping to the gameplay because that's what I care about.
Iron Man is supposed
Big
to be
dive
sleek
kick.
Fighter jet, think luxury race car mixed with a brick house. And the fact that they added anime mech elements to him just felt really
Just call him a Gundam. He already has the V on his head. You can't just call him a mech. He's a Gundam. Own it. He's a Gundam. They made her so cute. Look at her.
To the world, and really trying to take not just the IP, but
Iron Man, I'm sorry, Doom looks very medieval.
Take from Japan, the creators that are doing awesome work here, and bring that to the global platform.
You bring big boobies with Storm, obviously. Marvel Rivals reminded everybody that sex sells, and finally we're seeing it in games again. We're seeing sex in fighting games again. Good.
バトルの中では4対4というのがまず本当に意欲的で挑戦的なところだというところと
When Arc looks at these Marvel characters, it's not simply just the visuals, it's also the gameplay mechanics and adding in
Triceratop.
What is that pop? What is going to be something
Probably a
different?
background character.
I think players are going to be very excited to see.
今回4対4という革新的なところにチャレンジしている中で4キャラクター練習しないと勝てないんじゃないのとか
It really is 4v4 by default. That's insanity. So I love that Spider-Man is a dodge counter character. Why did it take this long to make him play that way? I know at least 3 fighting games that have Spider-Man as a playable character, and never before has he been a dodge counter character. Why has it taken this long? I love parry characters. I'm so hyped about this. Colleen in Street Fighter V, but Spider-Man? Heck yeah. Oh, I'm so excited about it.
Swap the leader and change the matchup on the fly.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people thought this day would be here, would come. You know, this has just been an awesome journey, and I'm excited that we get to be able to share it with all the fans out there.
I'll tell you right now.
Fingers crossed it does not get canceled like so many games being made right now.
Fighting games, they never get to experience this level of production, and it's just a dream to even be working with these two great partners.
それは決してビジネスという枠組みではなくて、それぞれの強い思いの中でこの
Magical here.
このタイトルですね、まだまだ開発途中ではありますが、続々とキャラクターも発表していきたいと思いますし、キャラクター以外
I like that Iron Man is a setup character because he has so many gadgets, and I felt like that was kind of lacking in the Marvel vs. Capcom games. Yeah, he had the air grenades he could send out, but I always wanted more gadgets, more traps, more ridiculous nonsense from Iron Man instead of just beams and he can fly and has air grenades. So I dig this Iron Man is what I'm saying. I prefer this Iron Man already. Fingers crossed that Storm's not a really annoying zoner keep away character. I'm okay with her being a zoner or keep away, just not as annoying as she was in Marvel 3. That was nuts. It is interesting how they still went with a tag style. I wonder if they realized we can't make a Marvel fighting game and go backwards. It needs to be at least 2v2 because as of right now, that's what the Marvel fighting games are known for. And if they did less than that, it would be seen as a regression, right? Going backwards. So they said, no, we're going forward with 4v4. We're doing even more than Marvel 3 did, which was 3v3. That's just nuts. All right, everyone, I'm excited. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I love reading each and every comment, so grab that keyboard and make your voices heard, and then finish that combo by subscribing and ringing that bell so you never miss any future videos. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.